Hello, so now today we're going to do solving equations. Again, it's all part of our algebra topic, which we started before we finished. So let's have a look. This person here, who's very calm and collected, says that the sum of two whole numbers is 9. Now don't forget that when we say the sum of, we mean that if we add them together. So she's telling us that if we add two whole numbers, no decimals, together, that we're going to get 9. And the question is going to be, is it possible to find out what the two numbers are? So this person here, let's call him Harry. Hello, Harry Moore, if you're listening. And this person here, let's call that person Libby. Hello, Libby Taylor, if you're listening. So Harry says, yes, it is possible to find out what the two numbers are if you know what one of the numbers is. We couldn't know exactly what the other one is. Libby, though, says we could find it out even if we don't know any of the numbers. So let's see how we could do either of those things. Okay, so here's an equation to show the situation. This person here is, who does that look like? Possibly Joe Eyre. Hello, Joe Eyre. If you're listening, thank you for tuning in today. So Joe says that this is an equation. This is how equations look. Here we've got a green box and a green box equals 9. So we already know we can use letters to represent numbers instead of boxes. So I'm going to call that one X and that one Y. For instance, it could be X and X, it could be P and Z, it could be anything. But today we've got X and Y. So we can use letters to represent the numbers instead of boxes, as we said. So we could either have, this was Harry's, X plus Y equals 9. Sorry, that wasn't Harry's, this is just a way of representing it. X plus Y equals 9 or X plus X equals 9. This one means that we've used the same letter for both numbers, but that would tell us exactly what the number is, wouldn't it? If it was X plus X equals 9, what would that mean? What would X be? Hopefully you've realised that the two X's have to have the same value. So two numbers which are exactly the same, we add up to equal 9. So in order to find X, we just do 9 divided by 2, which would give me 4.5. So then if I put 4.5 where the X's are, we'd know it was 4.5, add 4.5 equals 9. Okay, this one though, slightly more tricky. So we're just going to have a look at this one. If we know that X is 3, which is what Harry was saying on the first slide, that Harry's given us an answer, given us one of the numbers and it's 3, then we can just put 3 where X is instead. So then we can work out that 3 plus Y equals 9, so Y must equal 6. But if we're told neither of them, we can see that we'd have to work them all out. So if X was 0, what would Y be? Y would be 9, wouldn't it? Because 0 plus 9 is 9. If X were 1, Y would be 8. 1 plus 8 is 9. 2 would be 7 and 3 would be 6. So hopefully you would know that. This one though says, how many possible pairs are there for X and Y? So if we wanted to know that, we'd have to carry on, wouldn't we? Have a go at finding out how many possible pairs you've got for X and Y. Pause the video. Okay, so if you were carrying this on, you'd have 4 plus 5. Then you'd have 5 plus 4, 6 plus 3, 7 plus 2, 8 plus 1, and 9 plus 0. Can't quite fit that one on. Okay. Cool. Okay, so this is the guided practice. Find the value of X. So if the whole thing, I've done a bar model to show you, if the whole thing is 10, and we want to know what x is that proportion, that is 7. Then x is 3, isn't it? This one we've done the other way round, x minus 7, so I've moved the 7 to the other end here. What is x this time? If the whole thing, when we take away the 7, we're left with 10. If we've taken away the 7 and we're left with 10, that means that bit is 10. So we know that 10 plus 7 is 17, so 17 minus 7 equals 10. This is quite straightforward. Okay, 3x minus 12. Well, here's my x's. This one's easy for us. We were kind of doing this last week, weren't we? So x, 3 lots of x is 12. So 12 divided by 3 is going to give me x. So x equals 4. If I put 4 in each of those, we can see that it adds up to 12. This one's not worked properly, but you can see what it's supposed to be. If each of these is 12, what is x? X is 36. Sorry, that's because I've done it on my iPad, on my computer, and it's not come out properly. Okay, x and y are whole numbers. Find all the possible values of x and y. For this one, you need to do the table that we did earlier with x and y, and then x plus y equals 3. Then you can go through them all. I'm not going to go through that with you. That's just exactly like this one, but with 3 instead. So you have a go at doing that and practicing. And